Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ellie and I want to start by apologising for my voice. I have been sick. Today is day 12 and I'm still not sounding 100%, so I do apologise. But today's video I'm going to be talking about audiobooks. So I have an Audible subscription and I have around 200 books, and I thought it might be fun to just talk about the books that I have in my Audible library. And if you have listened to or read any of these, please let me know so I can bump them up the TBR. But as I said, there are like 200, so this is probably going to be split into like 8 videos, and I have made categories. So I have romance, sports romance, fantasy and paranormal. So we're going to start off today with the romance section. So I have 31 romance books downloaded, and today we're going to talk about the first 15. All of the books mentioned in this first video are included with your Audible subscription. So if you have the subscription, you can search these up and you're not going to have to use any credits to listen to them. And equally, I think a lot of these are also on Kindle Unlimited. So if you don't have the Audible subscription and these still sound interesting to you, you can read them on Kindle, or of course there are like paperback and hardback editions available as well. So you can read these books any way that you want if they sound interesting to you. So the first romance book in my library is Text Appeal by Kylie Scott. And so I probably will be reading off my laptop for a lot of this video because I have all of the information on the books here. But in Text Appeal, we follow Riley Cooper, who is a romance author who has always dreamed of living by the water. But within a day of landing in the charming seaside town of Port Stewart to work on her latest book, she's getting calls and texts from some dude on her new number. Weird ones, sad ones, sexy ones that make her want to meet him. After years of being on again and off again with his high school sweetheart, all Connor wants to do is move on, if only the people of Port Stewart would let him. What he needs is to be seen with someone else, so when fate puts him in the path of the new girl in town who got his old number, faking it together seems like the perfect solution. So I guess this is a fake dating romance, and we've obviously got a romance writer, author, heroine, which just sounded really interesting. The second book is Love Rebooted by Katie Summers, and what drew me to this was the cover. In this one we have Liv, who is in her 30s. She has 2 cats, 1 best friend and no boyfriend, which is just how she likes it. Plus, she loves working at a not-for-profit software company where she can be her authentically autistic self. This is her happy ever after. But when her beloved firm merges with a repulsive rival, Liv finds herself competing with her sort of ex for the top job. Finn had been Liv's best friend at university, but there was one night, their song, and well, she doesn't like to talk about it. In fact, she hasn't thought about him since. Unlike Finn, who is delighted to have Liv back in his life, could this finally be his chance to rescue their friendship? But it's only a matter of time until he wins the job and Liv gets laid off. He hates everything about it, but he's a single dad with a daughter to support, and losing isn't an option, not even to his soulmate. But in the close proximity of a cutthroat corporate world, Finn finds himself falling first, and soon his priority becomes breaking down Liv's barriers. As the pair struggle to keep their professional and personal lives separate, Liv starts to think that maybe Finn's suggestion of a friendship reboot isn't such a bad idea at all. And then at the bottom it just says that Love Rebooted is a steamy, slow burn romance. So I'm looking forward to that one. The third book, and I'm pretty sure I have the ebook of this on my Kindle, is Bittersweet by Serena Bowen. So in this one we have Griff, who is 27. And he is having to support his mother, 3 siblings and his grandfather when a sorority girl shows up in town that I think he had like one night with in the past, but she is now back and she needs a second chance with a job there, and he is not going to stand in her way. They want entirely different things from life, but their chemistry is hot, and he is a farmer. So I don't really know what to expect from that. I feel like that's got a lot going on but not saying much in that description, so we'll see. I think this is a part of a series as well. The fourth book I have is Where Broken Wings Fly by J. Rose. It does say at the very bottom that this is book 1 of a series that ends on a cliffhanger, which does leave me very nervous because I do tend to avoid books that end on cliffhangers because I'm so bad at reading like books back to back. So, but this one we have a heroine who is on the run, and after breaking away from an abusive marriage, she has nothing left to her name except a long lost relative. So she receives a letter telling her to come home to this small town, which she does. She takes her daughter because she wants to have a better life for her. But when she gets to this small town, she meets 3 mountain men. So I think this is a why choose. And yeah, does she keep running from the demons, or does she stay where she is for these men? So another why choose. It sounds really interesting, and it's part of a duet. Then we have Forbidden Kisses by Layla Hagen, and in this one we have a billionaire CEO and he needs a nanny. I think we're all gonna know where this book is going to end up and how it's gonna go, but I love a nanny romance. The initial nanny for our male main character's son quits, so he is left trying to scramble one. That's when he finds Riley, who has just graduated from law school, and she needs a job to tide her over the summer, so she takes this temporary nanny job. But his son instantly kind of falls in love with her. I just think I'm gonna really love this one. Then we have The Best Wrong Move by Lily Parker. So in this one, our heroine's boss thinks that she should propose to her partner on live TV, as it will be a great media moment. But when she does, her partner ends up saying no, which no one expected. So now she's gone viral for all the wrong reasons and she's hiding out in Hawaii. But the ex-boyfriend and his new girlfriend are also there too. So then she decides to fake date a surfer that she meets there to try and make the ex-boyfriend jealous, but I'm guessing they're going to end up falling in love. Next we have Against the Wall by Rebecca Zanetti. So in this one we have Sophie, who is an architect, and she is surveying a proposed site for a high-end golf course when she's quite literally swept off her feet by a sexy cowboy on a horseback. Our male main character Jake is trying to stop this golf course from being built, but I guess when they are actively trying to oppose against each other, they're gonna end up falling in love. I love a good rivals to lovers romance, and especially when the male main character is a cowboy. Okay, the next one is like, I'm not going to talk about every single individual books because it is an entire series that I have downloaded, but that is the main Lumberjacks series by Daphne Elliott. So the 4 books in that series are Caught in the Axe, Pain in the Axe, Accidentally Married, and Axe Backwards, and they're a series of small town romances. I've been wanting to read them for a while, so I'm really looking forward to being able to listen to them back to back. Okay, I think I have to end this video here because talking is not doing my throat any good and I'm not going to make it to 15 books. So there's probably going to be like 9 videos in this series now, and hopefully I'll be able to actually talk without coughing. But thank you for watching this part 1 that was a lot smaller than I hoped it would be. I hope you maybe got some books to add to your TBRs, and like I said at the start, let me know if you've read any of these and which ones I should bump up to the top. But thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next week.